Hey y'all, it's Ileana Soul Dragon, and we're back with a new thing. Today I'm going to be creating the Soul Riders in Sims 4. So this is the very first time I'm doing something outside a Star Stable, and I am a very avid Sims player. I love The Sims. I don't particularly like Sims 4 as much as I like Sims 3, but I do like The Sims. And I decided to try and create the Soul Riders, Alex, Linda, Lisa, and Anne, as best I could with the limitations of Sims 4. So, right now I am creating Alex. I decided to make her aspiration something to do with the magic, because it is said she is a high Judy training, and Elizabeth even implied that she wanted Alex to lead the Druids when Elizabeth was gone. I made her hot-headed because, let's be real, she can be a hothead. I made her athletic because she is always on something, always going somewhere, and she is outgoing and very, that. So I had a lot of trouble finding pictures, which is why you'll occasionally see me pause, because I'm searching through many pictures online to try to find a good representation or a good profile view or something for Alex. So I did switch up her hair in the middle of, or hair color in the middle of changing, or in the middle of making her, because Alex has this very light brown hair. It's between light brown and blonde. It's like a brunette blonde. I don't know any hair colors, but Sims 4 does not have a good option for that, as unfortunate as that is. So it is very annoying to try to create that color when you don't have that color. I would have much rather used this hair color that you see on Alex right now for Anne, but we don't have that option. So I did the best that I could. Now, we are moving on to the clothes. The clothes were another weird thing to do, because, I mean, you're not going to have the exact same outfits every time, or as you would in the game. So I did what I could with the limited packs that I have, because I ain't spending 800 bucks on Sims 4 things. But, and I'm also not using CC for Sims 4. If y'all do not know anything about Sims 4, CC is custom content. It basically means people can make their own things for Sims and put it into the game to spice it up. I like CC for Sims 3, which is the main thing I play, but I don't really like it for Sims 4. So now we are just getting on to the accessories that Alex has. She does have a glove, which is what I'm trying to put into now. It's a fingerless glove that only goes to her wrist, but again, Sims 4 does not have that. Let's see, I was trying to see, I think she has a necklace or something. Oh, that's right, she has headphones, so I was trying to figure out if I should put headphones. And now, Alex Cloudmail is done. So now we are moving on to Linda. Now, Linda's skin tone. Oh my goodness. I didn't know whether that was very hard to do. I'll go back into that in a moment. I made her a bookworm, or a Renaissance sim. She wants to learn many things at once. We know that for a fact. She's a genius, she's a bookworm, and I made her romantic because she's seen multiple times as loving writing romantic stuff. It's insane. So you'll see me go back and forth on the skin tones for Linda, because it was very hard to find an exact skin tone for her, especially with the new sliders that I'm not used to. So even though I do really like how her face turned out, her skin tone is a little bit off, and you'll see that in the final product. She also has a very strange nose. Her nostrils face down, but they're wide, You can't really get that in Sims 4. The nostrils always almost face up. Here you can see me, I'm trying to find a good reference picture for her lips, which are very, very hard to do. And I'm not at all, I do like Linda. I like Linda a lot more than how I made Alex. So now you see I'm trying to just mix around the face, trying to get it as close as I can to how she is in the game. I want to do Linda, I want to do all of them justice, but Linda is my favorite Soul Rider, so I really, really wanted to make her well. The chin and just the eyebrows were kind of strange because she had thicker eyebrows, but they weren't as thick as, like, they were thicker than what I decided to put on her, but they weren't as thick as the other options that we were given. So here I'm playing with the skin tones again. It's very, very strange. I'm very indecisive with the skin tones. The hair was also, there were a lot of hairs I could have put for Linda. I eventually ended up with this, even though I know it's not a bun, it is a ponytail, but it's very, very close to what we actually have in the game. So, her outfit was a bit of a struggle too. I actually have that green sweater on a lot, because she does have a green outfit for one of her concept arts, and I almost went with that because it's as close as we can get to one of them. I initially went with I ended up going with the actual outfit that we have in, like, all the promotional art, all of what she actually, in her room, for example, what she is in her room. Of course, we don't have a Nights of Unistra t-shirt, but we're doing what we can. So her leggings were also another strange thing because it looked almost weird. Oh, and her socks. Oh my gosh, those socks were very hard to find. Because all the shoes that I was going to put on her, they didn't actually fit. And of course, her necklace, there isn't actually a choker that, like, she has in the game. But it is what it is. Also, the voice. Oh my goodness, I totally forget about voices in every playthrough I have. So now we are doing Lisa. Lisa, of course, wants to be a musical genius. She is creative, she's a music lover, and I actually had a really hard time finding her last trait. But then I remembered that Lisa is introverted. She would rather be by herself than be with people. So I put her as a loner instead. So here I'm trying to find another reference picture that can better show Lisa's body. It was actually really hard to find one that isn't, like, fan art, because there's a lot of fan art on the internet of the Soul Riders. So Lisa is actually my favorite sim that I've made out of the Soul Riders. She's the one I'm most proud of. I really, really like what I ended up doing with her, especially with the hair. Even though we don't exactly have the exact hair that the Soul Riders have, or that Lisa has in game, but I really ended up liking what I did with her. Also, I'm not sure if I got her skin tone down correctly, because she is half Mexican heritage. I think it's half, because I know her mother was Mexican, but we don't know anything about her father. I did want to try to get that darker tone, but it's very, very hard when you have sliders that don't really represent or don't show you where you're going to go, and you have to pause every single movement you make. So I'm just trying to create Lisa as well as I can with the very, very large eyes that we are given for in-game characters, and for for Sims who are pretty proportionate in this game. So here I almost went with this hair, but then I ended up going with kind of dyed hair, because it is shown in old art that she liked rock, she liked punk, so she did dye her hair for a few concerts, but I ended up, um, that's kind of an homage to that old character art of hers. I did look back on Alex because I thought I had put the same outfit or the same shirt that I did on Alex, but of course I didn't. So I really, really wanted to make sure there was a brown jacket for Lisa, because that jacket is very, very important to her in game. It's canon that that jacket was her mother's. She started wearing it after her mother passed because it's the only thing that she has left of her mother, essentially. Even though I did like that white jacket with the fur on the neck and the cuffs, because that is also very similar to what we have in game. So now we can see the pants I'm choosing. I really, really did not want to go with these pants that we're given. However, there's just not many jean options in game. So I didn't want to give them the same exact style or the same exact pants. For example, Alex and Lisa have the same exact pants, just in different colors. We don't have many jean options, unfortunately. We also don't have many cowboy boot options, as annoying as that is. So that is the best I could do. So this is Lisa Peterson. I am trying the final version. And I ended up giving her this necklace because she has I think it's called a bolo tie. I'm not too sure. She wears that in game or in all the promotional art, so I ended up giving her that as an homage to that. The makeup, oh goodness, does the makeup hurt me? I am not very versed in makeup. I don't really know what to do. So I'm used it as best as I can. Even though it really, really does not look like her. So I just really hope I ended up using that right. So we are in the final process of Lisa, and we are going on to Anne. First off, I'd like to apologize for Anne. She is an animal lover. She's a perfectionist. She's ambitious. I almost put self-absorbed for her, but I ended up not doing it. I ended up putting it as gloomy because she does tend to have this aspect to her that is very, my horse is gone. I do understand her grief. Like, she is, and what we know of the game right now, she is going through very bad grief because she lost basically what was her horse, a horse she grew up with. And I understand animal lover might be a little bit strange to some people. However, it is known that she wants to be a vet. Linda has said in one of her memories of of Anne, that Anne has said she wanted to be a vet and she didn't want Linda to help her all the way to college. So I thought that would be a good thing for Anne, because it kind of showed what she truly wants to do instead of what her parents want her to do. So I'm not too proud of the hairstyle I ended up choosing for Anne. It just didn't look like her, and the face does not look like her. I did not like it. I do not like how this ended up. Her face is too square. It's too open. This is definitely my least favorite thing I did. Like, I really wish I had done Anne better, but there weren't many pictures of Anne online. I couldn't find too many of them. So I really hope I just ended up doing this well. So I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything I can do. I did end up giving her a little winged liner because it is shown that she has that. A little bit of blush, I think. I'm not too sure what that is actually called. So now I am looking for outfits for her. I almost went to the full body section, but then I couldn't find anything. So I ended up going back to the shirt section. It was also really hard to find a picture for Anne because she's almost always seen in that dressage rider getup. We don't really see her in anything other than that. So I kind of went with one of those memory things. Like first that Star Stable released, I am whoever, or I am Anne in this case. And I actually really like the outfit I put on her. It's just her face. Oh my gosh, her head shape. I don't, that, it's the worst thing about this. So we are coming up on the end of the video. We are just putting the final touches on Anne. So I hope you enjoyed my little recreation of the Soul Riders in Sims 4. We have a few more seconds, sorry. So I hope you like my recreation of the Soul Riders in Sims 4. Thank you for watching. And if you would like to download them, my creator is BookWriter00, and goodbye.